Ta-da! Hey, my microphone's working. Hi, guys. So, happy Friday. Welcome, everybody. If you are new here, thank you for stopping in. Friday nights, I do a live stream, and that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to play with some fabric. I'm going to show you what I'm working on. But before we do, I want to get right into the little thing that you see at the top of the chat. There's a little icon if you're watching this on live stream. It is Friday, March 14th at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So if you are watching on live stream, you'll see a little goal at the top of the chat. That little bullseye with the number, right now I think it says 0/20. That is a stream goal that I have set up. You do not, I repeat, you do not need to do anything. However, if we hit our stream goal, I'm going to do a giveaway for this beautiful fat quarter bundle. Let me go to the top camera so you can see what this looks like. They are all batik fabrics. It is a brand new line that is just now hitting stores from Moda Fabrics. It's called Echo Batiks, and it is just a rainbow of goodness. There are 25 fat quarters in this all together. So I just want to let you know that's what's going on at the top of the chat. If we get 20 super chats at the level that's set up or higher, I will do a giveaway for everybody that's here. Everybody will get an equal chance to win that. It won't just be the people that put in for it. So that is the announcement that I have. I just felt like the giveaway, if I can recoup the money that I spent on the fat quarter bundle, then I'll be happy to give it away. Okay, so what am I working on tonight? Well, the first thing I'm working on is this fool sitting on the other side of the room.
What? This fool sitting on the other side of the room? How dare you? How dare you?
This fool. Thank you, Lori, for the super chat. So yeah, no, Ian is here with me again tonight. Ian, why are you here with me again tonight? People are going to ask 2 weeks in a row.
I know, because I was bored at home. I was bored.
Hey, listen, you're always.
I also needed to come pick up all the envelopes of stickers.
Envelopes.
To fill those up, which
yes.
I literally, because we've been doing this thing where you put your stickers in, I then take the envelopes.
If people say they want both.
Yeah, if people want to say, then I will take the envelopes and put in my stickers. So I literally, there's like 100 envelopes that are going to go out in the mail tomorrow, just
That's
FYI.
Right. That's right. So we have been getting those all week. Thank you guys for sending them in. If you want some of our Quiltcon stickers, just send either one of us a self-addressed stamped envelope, and just, you can address it to Becca and Ian, or just Becca, or put a sticky note down in there telling us which stickers you want. We are only including our stickers if you mention us by name, because there are a limited quantity, and we don't know who we've given stickers to because we're overwhelmed. Thank you guys, by the way, for the super chats that are coming in. I do see them. We don't know who we've given stickers to, because I feel like every time I go to the UPS store or Ian goes to the UPS store, there's about 100 envelopes there. Yeah, and so we are literally, I got to tell you, the fact that you guys are doing a self-addressed stamped envelope makes my life so much easier, because I open it and I put my stickers down and I seal it back up. There have been a few of you, though, and I have to get up to show them this. There have been a few of you that have
Oh.
been putting some goodies down inside packages when you're asking for stickers. And so I want to talk about that for just a moment. I'm not going to be able to show everyone. A few of you have put little tips, little dollar bills in there, which are super nice. Not like we've gotten a couple dollars, enough to buy us a couple coffees. So it's not like we're making hundreds of bucks. So I don't want anybody to think that. But a couple of you have done that, and I appreciate you for that. But I also appreciate the 2 packages that I picked up today. A lady by the name of Susan gave me some Werther's Originals. Isn't that great, Ian? Do you want a caramel?
I do.
Okay, here you go.
Throw one at me.
I'm going to throw it.
Oh, okay, all right.
Are you going to catch it?
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to hit you in the face.
Okay.
Okay.
It's going to be
1,
fun.
2, 3.
Ah! Okay, I got it.
Good catch. And then
I like that she said sharing is optional, because on the package it
it's
says...
a sharing size.
Yeah.
And she put a little post-it note under sharing that said, sharing is optional, but I will share some with you tonight. But also, I want to show you what Zaza did for me.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Isn't this great?
I love that.
I have a YouTube plaque. So it's it looks like it was 3D printed, and it looks just like the real one that you get.
Does.
She did a great job.
It looks like a miniature version of the real one.
It really does.
Love that.
It really does. If you can't read it, it says presented to Becca, because that's the name of the channel, for passing 40,000 subscribers. And so I thought, what a better place to honor this than up there? But now I got to get back up to put it up. So Zaza, thank you so much for that. I was tickled and surprised when I saw that. Also, we got to talk about the elephant in the room before I get into my project. Well, I guess there's a couple of elephants in the room. The first elephant is, are we ever going to do another podcast episode?
Well, if people are paying attention on YouTube, and on Instagram, I forgot on Instagram too, we do have a teaser out for our next one.
We do.
I don't know what, I was editing the video last night, the podcast last night, and it cracked me up because first of all, it was late at night. I was super tired, and I'm sitting there, and the first thing that I come across is that racked me. I was like, okay, this is our teaser. Let's just go ahead and put that in there.
Yep. You know, that was funny. So we were rolling it, and he was like, "You ready?" I was like, "Uh-huh." And every time I've watched that short like 5 times just because my face and the sound makes me laugh every time. I'm making myself laugh.
Yep.
I'm like, what was I doing? I don't even know what I was doing. I just remember
David Pumpkins.
Well, the thing is in that moment, I was not thinking, I'm David Pumpkins. But now when I hear it played back, I'm like, uh-huh.
Yes, with new equipment too, Melody. You were right.
Yep, with new equipment, which, you guys, it is butter. Like, the audio is butter. I don't even know if that's a saying, but I'm going to make it one. Also, this episode should be, knock on wood, our inaugural audio-only episode. That's right. We have set up everything that we need to set up to actually be an official audio podcast on all of the podcast platforms. It's going to take a few days for it to go through the system. But our hope is that when the episode drops Wednesday, the audio will drop on all the podcast platforms, and the video one will drop on the YouTube channel. So speaking of things dropping on YouTube channels, I have one more thing for you. And I really should have put this in the command, and I did not. And now my keyboard is close by and I can get it. I might need your help with this one.
Okay. We'll see if I can.
Sometime this weekend, and I do believe it will be tomorrow, there will be an interview dropped on Breaking the Blocks that you are not going to want to miss. Gosh,
it was nice having the most views of any podcast on the channel. I enjoyed my crown while I had it.
So Rachel from Breaking the Blocks reached out to me back in like November or December and asked me if I would be on her podcast. And I said, sure. And so we set aside a time to get together. I think we got together back at like the end of January or something. And so she's been sitting on this one for a little while, but she did confirm today that it's going up this weekend.
Whoop, whoop.
We talked about some things that I have never talked about like, we've gone down some paths that I have never talked about publicly before. So, or at least not as much as I have in that episode. So, I mean, I talk a lot, so I can't say that I've never said it, but anyway, that'll drop this week. So Breaking the Blocks, you guys are going to want to make sure to subscribe to that channel. Ian, if you could help me by just spamming the chat or put it in there and we can pin it, the Breaking the Blocks YouTube channel.
Yeah, give me a minute. I am currently on the web browser version of chat,
Sure.
and so I've got to jump in and do a couple of hoops. But as soon as I get it in there, I'll let you know.
I mean, if you put the link to your interview, that'll help your views.
That's true. That is true. Although it's...
I did tell Rachel, I was like, you should... Because we've been joking, Rachel, Ian, and I, about how Ian's going to be sad if his views get surpassed.
Oh, it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. It's fine. It's totally fine. I
told Ian and Rachel, I was like, yeah, but this could be an opportunity. Because at the end of mine, you could put an end screen that goes to Ian's. And at the end of Ian's, you could put an end screen that goes to Josh. Like, you could just daisy chain it all day long.
That's true.
Anywho. So that's all that. And now the biggest thing that I want to talk about, which everybody in the chat has already been talking about, ribbons.
Oh, yeah.
I did not get the viewer's choice from Sewing Machines Plus. And you know what? I'm actually okay with that. And here's why. When I submitted that quilt, when I submitted it and it was like, when I put it in, I genuinely thought it was the best piece of work until the next day when I logged in to look and see how many entries were there. I started seeing some of the ones that actually won, and I was like, I was like, if I end up winning on that, it won't feel right because I don't know. It felt like mine wasn't where some of those were. So I wasn't really sure how I was feeling about that because I felt like I had quilts that could compete with that, and I wasn't sure if that was one of them. So I was kind of on the fence with it. But, you know, Ian and Mary were so kind, and they said, well, it's viewer's choice. So it's really more of like, it's not always about talent or whatever. It's about what the people want. And I was like, okay, that makes sense, fine. So I kind of let it go. I was not upset that I didn't win, but I do have it in my crosshairs for next year. And I already know what I want to do for next year. So we'll try again. But I think the other reason why I'm okay with it is because I won an actual ribbon for the very same quilt at the Dallas Quilt Show. Mm-hmm. I was blown away, and you're going to want to see the podcast because Ian caught my reaction for the very first time to that ribbon.
Yep.
I have won an honorable mention before at the state fair last year, but this is a ribbon from a judge at a quilt show, and it's first, second, third place. Like it placed. And I'm super proud of it because that was an image that I had in my head that I wanted to make. I designed it, I figured out how to piece it, I put it together, and I sent it off to Beth for quilting. I wished I would have done the quilting on it, but I did not have Pro Stitcher at the time, and I was terrified I was going to mess it up with what I had in mind. The next one I submit, I will have done the quilting for, so I'll be happy about that. But I'm really excited because I had a vision, I figured it out, I plotted it out, I made FPP templates to make it work, and I put it together. So I'm very proud of that quilt. And I'm very proud of that lovely third place ribbon when it gets here. So, all right. We are almost halfway there to the string goal. So we might be doing a fat quarter bundle giveaway later. Okay, so...
by the way, I'm jumping in really quick. For some reason, the internet or my iPad or something is going weird, and I'm not able to, like, pages are not loading for some odd reason.
Restart it. Yeah, no problem.
Don't know what's going on, but... it might be a while before I can get the link.
Ah, that's okay. You guys can search for Breaking the Blocks, and when the podcast goes, I'm going to share it on all my socials. So it'll be out there. I see everybody in the chat saying congratulations, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I can't possibly say thank you to each and every one of you, but I do see the pages of congratulations, and I am super excited. I feel like this is. Yes, the honorable mention was a ribbon. Ian and I have talked about this at length, but this is my first, I feel like, real ribbon, you know? Yeah.
Yep. I don't know. I feel like honorable mention is just like, it's just as good. And
It's an award. They just couldn't, there wasn't a fourth place to give you.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I kind of disagree a little bit with Becca because I feel like sometimes the honorable mention ribbons that I've gotten are just as
Valuable to you?
valuable to me as, first, second, or third. So I think for me it's a little bit different, but also like I feel like this is like one of the very first shows that you've really.
Yeah, the state fair, it was a state fair, but it wasn't like a proper quilt show. At least in my opinion, because I've been to quilt shows.
Yeah.
And these were quilts that were hanging from the rafters in an arena.
Yeah.
Like they weren't out there for everybody to see. This one was on display for people to see, and it won a ribbon. So I'm really excited.
By the way, I wanted to, Tina said, is the Breaking the Blocks going to be on YouTube for everyone? It will be on YouTube, and it is also on all podcasting platforms. So Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts. If you have a preferred platform, you can go download it from the podcasting platform as well. So YouTube and podcasting platforms.
Yep. But we are asking, Jonathan, you're funny. We'll get to that. I'm getting to it. But we are asking for my episode. If you want to listen to just the audio one, that's fine. But Rachel from Breaking the Blocks is really trying to build up her YouTube channel.
Yep.
So we are asking for at least this episode. If you could watch the video on YouTube, that would make her very, very happy. She's trying to get the watch time and the hours up. Even if you listen to it on your somewhere else, just play it in the background so that she can get that view. And then when you're done, go watch some of the other ones that she has. Watch Josh's, watch Ian's, she's got a lot out there. She's got one with Brandy from Quilter on Fire. So definitely go check those out.
Yep.
So Jonathan said, I see narrow strips there. Is Becca the quilty architect? No, what I am working on is actually, I'm going to call the quilt, at least right now, the working title is Straight Up Improv, because everything that I'm doing with this is straight. It's all straight lines. I'm not doing any curved piecing, but it is an improv block, or it is an improv quilt. So I bought these fat quarters that you can kind of see on the overhead. I bought these fat quarters from the Cherrywood Fabrics booth at Quiltcon. And I wasn't going to buy any of them until Sunday. I was walking around literally 5 minutes before the show closed, and I saw these colors in a fat quarter bundle, and I went, yes, please, and I took them. Paid for them and took them.
She didn't just walk out of the booth. Mine!
So I brought them home, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with them, but I knew I wanted to do something relatively soon. Well, I follow Mr. Larry. I don't know if you guys know who this is. I only know of him on Instagram, so I don't know if he has a social media presence anywhere else. For those of you that are curious and you want to know who he is, he spells Mr. M-I-S-T-E-R, and then his name is Larry, L-A-R-R-I-E. And so every so often...
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary.
She put the link in.
Oh, thank you, Mary. Can you pin it?
No, I can't.
Okay, but she can make a command.
Yeah.
Yeah, could you make a command, Mary? Thank you, please. So, and I've been watching him on social media, and I've seen him a couple times now make these like improv quilts where he, I think he's a he, where he's just doing strips of different sizes and then cutting them up to be blocks and switching them around and changing them up. And I thought it would be fun to do that with this. And for a little while, I was kind of in my head because I wasn't quite sure how I was going to tackle it or if I wanted to bring more fabric into this. And I just thought, you know what? We're just going to sew straight lines. I cut up the fat quarters into a bunch of strips, and you can see I'm keeping little extra pieces here that I can append on. And here's where I'm cheating a little bit. I am using Fallon's rulers. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. I'm using this one more than this one. I think this is like what is it? This is a 3.5-inch square. This one is okay. I thought I was going to use both, but I'm actually using this one more than the other one. And so what I'm doing is making a big piece of scrappy fabric with strips that are going in different directions. And then once I have enough room on the piece of fabric that I have essentially built out, I'm coming in and cutting squares out of this. And then once I have those squares like this, then I'm starting to kind of sew them together. And I've already done a couple rows of 3. So you can kind of see a little bit of what I'm putting together here. So that's what I'm working on tonight. It'll be interesting to see how this finishes up. That is what I'm doing.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it.
And Ian is not working on anything other
No.
than his keeping the chair warm.
Yep.
He is working on keeping the chair
I'm
warm.
still really tired and just
Meh.
yeah, this cough just doesn't seem to want to go away, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, and it's not even a cough like I have something in my chest. It's like I can't get enough air in,
Yeah.
and it's like one of those like dry coughs I get. I don't know. It's annoying as hell.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I hope you feel better soon, though.
Day by day.
Day by day.
Step by step.
Ooh, baby.
Earlier, Fallon was asking, how in the world could I be bored when I have so much editing and filming and everything? Like, I still haven't even filmed my recap video from last month because it's just been so busy. And then work said that they may want me to start a podcast for work, too. So I'm like, well, I have experience with that.
You have a buttery smooth voice.
I do. Well, I would like to think I do. Until I cough in the microphone. Blah, 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 blah.
Did you see Andrea's message? I need that beautiful fat quarter bundle. Oh, and congratulations everyone else. I do love it so I cut all of my strips. Everything ranges in 1/4-inch increments from 3/4 of an inch all the way up to 2 inches. So that's what I'm dealing with here. I basically took the fat quarter and cut it in half between the selvage and the cut, and then did all of that. This, yes, this is one of the Caterpillar mats, but I don't need a big cutting surface, and it's easier to just be able to spin this around. So I'm using this and this for my cutting tonight. I don't need to do any measuring. And this is great because I can just put it here and I spin, but also it doesn't move. Like, if you haven't seen my ruler video, go check out my ruler video because that ain't moving.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing because Bill put in a comment. You said blown away, and he was like, is that a good use of terminology for a Texas quilt show?
Did I say blown away?
Yeah, you were blown away that you won the award.
Uh-oh.
And it's like, we are headed into spring and Tornado Alley and all that kind of stuff.
Wah, wah. Wait, where is it?
There you go.
Although I got to get that sound. Uh-huh. Put it out there. So you'll be good. You'll be good. Thank you guys so much for helping to meet the stream goal. We're almost there. I wasn't sure if we would hit it or not, but it looks like we're going to hit that with plenty of time to give that fabric away.
Josh says he loves the colors.
I love them too. They're great. And I love it and I don't know if you could see it on the camera when I brought it over, but do you see right next to this green, there's a very tiny, narrow, darker green that's maybe like 1/8 of an inch. It's great. It's great. It's great. We toss our hair. Toss, toss.
Leg.
Give me my leg.
Toss, toss. Leg.
Love that movie.
So much.
Oh, man. I'm going to go with one of these.
Where the heck? I literally just had one of those caramels, and now it's... Where did I put it?
You put the bag
No,
on
I
the
know I
Martelli
put it up
table.
there, but I had one in my hand, and now I don't know what I did
You want to
with
know
it.
how we can find it? I can call Beetlejuice in here. He'll find it in 3 seconds flat.
That's true. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
The caramels were here.
Oh, here it is. I found it.
Oh, yum, 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 yum. Thank you, Mary.
Oh, very nice.
Exclamation breaking will get you the link to the Breaking the Block podcast on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yep, 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 yep.
Linda says her winds are insane, 60+ mile an hour outside right now in Kansas
Is she in
City.
Texas?
No, she's in Kansas City.
Okay.
But I've heard reports that some people in the panhandle of Texas are getting 70 to 80 mile an hour winds, which is, I remember some days in Texas when I was afraid like the trees were going to fall over and things were going to get blown away.
So for those of you that are watching the overhead, do you see how I'm cutting this? I'm not worrying about keeping my ruler straight because I want it to be wonky. I want it to have some movement in here. So I'm literally just making sure that whatever I cut can be sized to this size square, and I'll put it in that pile. If I have little bits that are left over like this, I'm just going to throw them away because I'm not going to sew that back in. But I do have bits that are a bit bigger, and I'm holding on to those for some crumb piecing in case I need that. So Terry asked how the dogs are. They're doing good. They are pups and got a lot of energy. So there's that. There's another one. These I'm not going to keep. This I probably will, and this I definitely will. But you can see I don't have a clean edge right here, so I'm going to clean that edge up. And I'm just going to put this over here. And now I'm just going to grab another piece of fabric, and I'm going to continue building on this. This one isn't quite long enough, so I'm going to grab a bigger piece. I'm going to cut it about how long I think it's going to be, like that. And I'm just going to keep kind of trying to add to it a bit until I can get it to the point where this size can be cut out of the fabric that I'm growing.
My Martyr is asking, what small iron do you use? Also, what brand of rulers are you using tonight?
So tonight I'm using Fallon's rulers from So Be It Quilts. Fallon is in the chat, but you can just hop over to her shop. If you go to her YouTube channel, she has all of the links in her videos. I'm sure Mary could get those links for you as well. These are her rulers. The iron I'm using tonight is my Mini Aliso. I'm going to go with a slightly bigger piece over here this time. And I'm going to try to angle it a little bit differently. That's the beauty of doing it this way, is I can kind of just, I don't have to go straight. You know what I mean?
Yep. I never do.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Yeah. I'm not worrying about precision. I'm not worrying about 1/4 of an inch. I'm not even worrying about whether I'm sewing perfectly straight. I'm just growing the fabric. That's all I'm doing. I am going to take the time to roughly cut this excess away so that I don't have a ton of bulk in the seam allowance, and I'll put this back in the red pile. We'll press this out.
Shout out to Michelle. She gave a $5 super chat, and she says, this is my first live with So Becca.
Hey, Michelle. Thank you so much. By the way, thanks to everybody that's done that, by the way. I appreciate that. So here we go. Can I get my square out of this? Well, maybe if I do it like that. I actually think I can. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I'm trying to not worry too much about where the fabric is when I'm piecing it, because as I'm making these blocks, it's going to end up, the fabric's going to end up looking different when I cut them out. But then when I sew them next to its partner, it's going to be real different. It's going to have a whole different look. So I'm just making the blocks right now. Now I'm going to take another piece and keep it going. Cheryl says, Ian, I had influenza A back in January 10th through the 21st. The point is, I still have the cough to this day.
Yep. I know it's going to just take some time for it to go away and whatnot, but it happens. It'll get better. It just takes time. Thankfully, the brain fog and everything else has mostly subsided. It's just that lingering cough that just doesn't want to go away. I ended up, I was running through my apartment the other day and got winded really quick. And I'm like, what the heck happened? And then I was like, oh, right, I was sick. And it makes perfect sense. Like,
oh, right, that.
Yeah.
The thing.
I was like,
the thing.
Something that shouldn't have caused me to be as winded as I was. I was like, oh, right.
Oh, right, that.
That.
The thing. The thing. You spent so long cooped up alone at home that I feel like you're just like, anywhere I can go.
Pretty much.
That is not home.
Pretty much. At this point, yes.
Anywhere I can go that is not home.
Rachel, we do have stickers left over. Just make sure to pop a note in there that says you want both sets.
Yep. Just send it off in the mail. We just mailed out another batch today. Some folks have emailed me and asked me for stickers. And I've told them, yes, I'll do that. But I'm going to tell you, the easiest, quickest way to get the stickers is to put the envelope in the mail. Because that's going to require that I open my email, find that email, get the address, find an envelope, get a stamp. I know where the stamps are, but I don't know where my envelopes are. I don't even know if I have any. Put the stickers down inside and then mail it out. I'm going to tell you it's probably going to be faster if you just drop a self-addressed stamped envelope in the mail. Let's see. What color should I do next? Pick a number, 1 through 8, Ian.
6.
Okay, 6 is here.
Just put on the spot.
You were. And you performed quite admirably.
Well, thank you.
Why,
thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh. Oklahoma, where the wind blows.
I don't know the words to that song at all.
Well, I just saw Oklahoma because Beth says hello from Oklahoma.
Katie's asking you a question, Ian.
I missed it. Do you know if Ian got mine out so that I know whether or not to look for it or not? Yes, it is. Well, technically, it's still in the pile of 100 envelopes that need to go out.
Oh, did you put mine in there?
Do what?
Did you put mine in for
yes,
her too?
Okay,
I did. Good.
I did, yes. So, there's a lot of people who are going to be getting yours over the next week. But yes, Katie, it is on its way tomorrow. It is still sitting at my apartment.
1 through 8. Moment. Pick a number.
4.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, pick a thick or narrow.
Narrow.
Okay, got it.
Thick.
Okay.
Thick or narrow?
Thick.
Yeah.
Thick. So what plans do you have for the weekend, Ian?
I am actually going to go see a friend. He is in a community theater version of The Little Mermaid. So I'm going to go watch him, and I think we're getting lunch after that. And then I have my live stream Sunday, which I have no idea what I'm doing on Sunday's live stream. But I'll figure something out. And then I'm going to rest. Yeah. I'm going to rest and rest and rest. Oh, and go to the post office to drop off all those envelopes.
I will be having a date night with the hubby tomorrow. We're going to go to the Rose Casino. Yeah. We haven't done that in a while, so we're going to go play some slot machines and lose money. because that's what you do at a casino. I'm curious if what I'm doing right now is giving anybody like heart palpitations, because improv piecing is something that intimidates people, I think. I wonder if there's folks out there that are like, I don't think I could do that. What do you guys think? Is this something that you think you could do? What do you think, Ian?
Maybe.
I saw that face. You're like, maybe. Oh.
Improv is hard because I want to control everything. So, yeah, it's hard.
We hit the goal.
Oh, we did. Look at that.
We hit the goal. We're going to have to do a giveaway. Okay.
Let's do a quick shout out after I answer a quick question.
Sure.
Zaza asked, Ian, did you get the envelope? I posted yours with Becca's. Yes, I did get the envelope, but I had actually already addressed and stamped an envelope for you. So it is already headed, or it will be headed your way tomorrow. I'm going to do a quick little shout out. Auntie L, Sassy Stitches, So Terry. Auntie L is also a member for 22 months. Laura Sup, Melody, Cynthia, Millie, Bill, Susan, Stacy, some more Bill, Josh, Math Geek, also known as Shelby, Melody, I think I may have already said you, Gina, Mama J, Susan has been a member for 3 months. Susan, you're out. Ooh, goodness. Michelle, Vicky Bush, again, Sassy, Sharon, and Melody. Thank you guys so much.
Are those the folks that donated?
Yes, those are all the people that donated.
Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you, but I appreciate all of you that are even just here watching.
Yep.
It's live streams never cost anything, but sometimes it's nice to get a little bit of extra money in your pocket. So I'm going to kick off a raffle at 9. Well, give me like 5 minutes, and then I'll start a raffle, and we'll pick a winner around 9 o'clock Eastern time. Again, you don't have to be somebody that donated for a super chat for this to enter. Everybody is open. It is open internationally. So feel free to get your ticket once I open it. It's not started yet. I got to cut this square first.
Don't try to enter yet.
And here they go.
It's always the fun of watching on live stream. It's like, no, not yet.
I got to get my ticket. Ticket.
Not yet. It's not active.
All right, there's my next block. Bill said, I just want the damn bundle. Oh, Bill. Billiam. Oh, Billiam. Carolyn says she loves the colors that I'm using. Thank you.
They're very pretty colors.
They are very pretty. The colors kind of called me from across the aisle. I was like, I don't need more fabric. Said no one ever. By the way, I have a shirt that says that. I don't need any more fabric. And then a little fine print underneath it, it says, said no one ever. It's available on my website. Go get one. All right, let me get, I got to get the right window.
Thank you for the tip, Judy.
Thank you for the tip, Judy. Where is it at? Where? Okay, probably not there. Fine. It will just open a new window.
Karen, Becca did receive her flyaway kit today.
I did! It's down there on the floor. Don't tell Mary. It's on the floor. I did. I'm very excited. I opened it up. I literally opened the box. I opened the tissue paper and I went, nope. And I put it all back down. I was like, I'm not today. Not today. I'm already 2 clues behind and I just got it today. So, yeah, I will catch up on it at some point, but not today. Trying to get the giveaway up and going.
Carolyn says, it is my first time viewing you.
It is my first time saying hello to you, Carolyn. Hello. I just got a text from Mary. I heard that.
I did too. I got that text as well.
So funny. All right.
So Terry, she's doing it as a personal sew.
Yes, I am. Okay, we're going to pick the winner at 9 o'clock my time. So this is going to be open for 20 minutes. Okay, confirm. And we're going to start it. There we go. I don't know what the command is, so I think it's exclamation giveaway. We'll find out. What was it spamming in the chat?
Yeah, exclamation giveaway.
Okay, there we go. Now it's open. Chat can go crazy. I should probably set up a command to pick my winner.
I tried and it doesn't.
Oh.
It doesn't have one, unfortunately.
Okay, then I see you.
Because I did try that. I was like, oh, I could run my giveaways from my Stream Deck, and unfortunately, it is, although very advanced, does not have
I said, nah.
that availability.
Nah, fam, we're good.
Yep.
Nah, fam. Nah, fam.
Nope.
Okay, get in. Get under the needle. Sewing. So, hey, take the fabric, Ruby. Thank you. Good girl. Oh, I think I saw Fallon asking how I liked sewing on this fabric because she heard it was really thick. It's not thicker, but it's got a different texture than normal printing cotton.
It
feels more like
suede.
Yeah, but it's not thick like suede.
But it's not thick. Yeah, it's not thick like suede.
It's not thick like suede, but it does have like a suede-esque quality to it.
Yeah. I don't know how to describe it. It's its own texture.
Yeah, maybe like a cross between brushed cotton or flannel and quilter's cotton.
Yeah, I can see that. Billy in the chat says, hello. You may not have seen this because the messages are flying by at this point.
People want the fat quarter bundle.
They do. By the way, Karen Kulwin, you need to do exclamation giveaway. You did a comma giveaway, and you need to do exclamation. Billy says, hi, everyone. Becca and Ian, I saw your quilts at the Dallas Quilt Show today.
I'm glad you did.
Oh, and thank you, Irene, for the super chat.
Thank you, Irene. How was the Dallas Quilt Show? What did you think?
I have heard, and Billy, you're going to have to let us know, I have heard that this show was very competitive this year. There were a lot of really good quilts this year.
Yeah, Billy, tell us what you think. Da 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 da. Okay, these I'm gonna keep. This I'm gonna keep, and these I'm not even big enough to sew in. I love all the dimension that I'm getting from cutting these wonky. Straight up
pieces.
improv. Yeah. Straight up improv. I'm going to work with some of the little tiny pieces that I had off over to the side.
Oh my gosh.
It
gets worse at night.
It does.
Fallon wants to know how big you're planning on making this quilt.
It's however big the fat quarters are going to be. It's definitely going to be a wall quilt. It's not going to be a full-size quilt, I don't think. Although I was thinking about when I was prepping for the live in the last couple minutes before I hit that go live button, I was thinking about what if the center of the quilt was all of this improv, scrappy, crazy stuff. And then I had a nice solid border to stop your eye. And then I did something very intricate and perfected in the outer area, and I could call it Chaos Coordinator. But I don't know if it'll make that. I don't know if that'll actually happen.
I like that. Where'd it go? Oh, Billy says, the show in Dallas was very good. Lots of people, and the quilts were amazing.
I'm glad to hear it.
Kayla is asking, I'm new to this. How do I enter? If you type exclamation giveaway in the chat, in the live chat that's happening right now. So if you're watching this on the replay, it will not work because the winner has already been picked at that point. But if you're live with us, you type exclamation giveaway into the chat and it will enter you into the giveaway. If you don't see your name pop up, because the Quilty bot is very helpful and it does catch everybody, but sometimes YouTube blocks how many posts it can make. So if you don't see your name, don't freak out. You have been entered. It just didn't pop up because there were so many entries at that moment.
That's
and
right.
Karen, make sure not to put a space in between. You actually wrote breaking. You wrote breaking for the, I forgot that you had the command for that. Make sure there's no space in between the exclamation point and breaking.
Thank you, Ian.
Sorry. Lots of information all at once. Sorry, though.
I think I saw Donna from Handmade by Ying pop up in the chat for a moment when I was asking, do you think you could do the improv piecing? I think I saw her say, no, nope, nope, not me. It's a different beast. Like I don't know how else to describe it. Like I don't know if it's for everyone. A couple years ago, I've done improv piecing before, but I've never actually finished a project with it. But I'm aware of what the concept is. My problem is usually I make a block and then I'm like, okay, not going to do any more of that, right? And I'll walk away. Well, at Quiltcon a couple years ago, I took a class on improv piecing, and I took it with a couple of friends. And the one friend that I took the class with is very OCD, very much like, give me a pattern and I will make the quilt. Otherwise, I'm not doing it. Like, and it wasn't Mary. It was my friend Donna Shine. So it was interesting because I never thought about it from somebody else's perspective when I took that class, but she was having a really hard time at just like picking up a piece and sewing it onto her little fabric bundle. It was almost paralyzing her.
Yeah. That's kind of how it gets for me because like I want that control so much because I want this color to end up here and that color to end up there and I don't want them next to each other and blah 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 blah. So I completely understand that. Improv is hard.
And to me, I'm just sewing. I'm just constantly making straight lines. Like I'm just working to always make sure that there's 4 edges to each piece that I'm sewing. When I end up with more than 4 edges or a piece of fabric that is bigger than the ruler that I'm squaring down to, then I'll cut.
Rebecca, I'll cross my fingers for you. She says she entered a quilt show and won't know the outcome until the end of March. Fingers crossed.
Wow, that's a long time.
That is a long time. The whole time?
The whole time. This one isn't quite. So over here, do you see how like this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides? I need it to have 4, and I want to add a piece of fabric over here. So I could clean this off. That's what I would normally do if I were adding fabric, so I could line it up to the raw edge. Or I can just pick the fabric that I'm going to add, and I think I'm going to get one of these light blues. I'm just going to lay it on top somewhere over there, and I'm just going to stitch it, just like this.
Speaking of quilt shows, we're going to be at the Three Rivers Quilt Show, hopefully, at the beginning of April.
Yep, and you have how many quilts in that one?
Do I have 2 or 3? I can't remember.
I don't know. I have 0.
I have 3. I'll have 3 in that show. But we're going to go hopefully check out that show. At the very least, I will be going for sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm planning on picking up my quilts that day instead of shipping them back. I think it makes more sense to just wait for them to take the show down and pick them up then. But we will hopefully be there. I just realized the microphone flopped over, so I don't know if y'all even heard any of that.
I'm going to try to go, but now that I'm in the office 5 days a week, my weekend time is very precious to me. So driving up to Pittsburgh, which is about a 4 to 5 hour drive, for the quilt show. It might not be something that I'm ready to do, but I did tell Ian that I was going to go with him. So maybe I could just plan to take like the Friday off so that I can still have a day of downtime. I've got tons of time off. Maybe I could just use that.
Yeah.
Could even maybe make it a 4-day weekend. How about that?
There you go.
Now look at me. Now I'm cooking with Crisco. Oh, you were good, Carolyn says. When is the giveaway? It's happening right now. I am polling the winner in 10 minutes. You do need to be here to win. Got to be here to enter and be here to win. Susan says, we had an improv quilt at last year's quilt show that had a chaotic inner part, a solid inner border, crumb blocks, middle border, and a wider solid border named Chaos Contained. Okay. I like that. I think the fun in this one is just going to be how do all the fabrics end up going together when this is done.
Bonita asks, what quilt did I enter into the Dallas show? I entered Showering Stars and
Good quilt.
Change Happens into Dallas. Oh, Karen, poor Karen says, third time the charm. Karen, you got to make sure that it's exclamation point, giveaway, all one, no spaces. It sounds like you're having a little bit of trouble there, but exclamation point, giveaway, no spaces, all one thing.
I'm surprised. Like, I'm starting to feel it. Like, I'm starting to feel tired. I've been going to bed every night this week at like 8 o'clock. So, like, by now, I'm upstairs in bed, forcing myself to go to sleep, taking melatonin so that I can go to sleep because I'm feeling tired, but I know if I go upstairs and lay down, I won't fall asleep. So I'm taking the melatonin, but it's backfiring on me because by like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm like this.
Oh boy.
I'm waking up and I'm trying to get back to sleep. So I'm hopeful that by being awake longer tonight, that it's going to get my sleeping schedule back on track. But I can start to feel like the sleepiness behind my eyes. You know how you get when you're tired?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get that like itchy
Yeah,
eye
I'm like,
feeling
oh.
kind of thing.
Yeah, I just want to close my eyes just for a minute. It's fine. It's fine. Ooh, I love it when I get the really narrow stripes. Is it just me or is everything a little blurry? Is everything blurry on your end?
I don't actually have the video up, so I can't.
It looks clear on my
see.
end. But if somebody else could let me know. Oh yeah, the time change didn't help either.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. Well, it's funny because we went to Quiltcon. That's 2 hours behind us.
Yep.
So we went out to the West Coast, had to deal with the jet lag coming back. By the time we got finished with that, or by the time I recovered from that time delay, then it was the time change. And now I'm dealing with it all over again.
Yep. Josh says, P.S. Your block of the month is a great program, Becca. I just jumped in this weekend. A fun way to reinforce these skills.
Thank you. I'm hoping you guys are having a blast with that. My goal for that was just to give us something fun that we could do from our own stash, from our own fabric, without having to pay any money to do anything, but also to help you guys see what my patterns look like when I make them, so that if you do want to buy one of my patterns in the future, you know kind of what you're getting into with how I'm writing and illustrating. It's kind of a way for you to test the waters before you go in and buy some of the patterns that I'll be releasing. So I hope you keep that in mind. But I'm really excited. And when it's all done, after the whole thing is put together, I think I'm going to take each of those individual pages and package them into one download so you can download the whole thing. Oh, wow. Angela says, I feel for you. I take melatonin and 2 kinds of magnesium to get any form of sleep at night. I have to deal with spending all day falling asleep involuntarily. Ooh. Oh, Joyce says, my calculators on my website have been so helpful. Thank you. I'm glad they're working out for you. The other day I was like, wait, how much fabric do I need? I was like, oh, wait, I have a calculator.
Lori says, my picture is clear. My eyes are blurry.
Okay, this is big enough for me to cut some squares, so I'm going to cut these out. I'm not worrying about lining everything up and keeping all the fabric straight. I want it to be chaotic. So there's another one of my squares.
Oh, Becky, that's awesome. Becky shares that, hey, friends, I've got great news. I'm going to be a first-time Mima in the fall.
Oh, yay! Congratulations! Meow, 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 meow. Somebody said the improv piecing was hypnotizing me. You might be right. I'm like, ooh. Because it's very much like there's no thinking involved. It is just so, and you get into that rhythm.
Mm-hmm. Susan is asking, is that cottonwood fabric? Yes, it is.
Cottonwood?
Wait, sorry, no.
No, cherry wood.
Cherry wood. I knew it. I knew it was the wood. So I saw cottonwood and I was like, yes, that's it. Nope. Cherry wood. Cherry wood.
But yes, sure that's what she meant.
I bet that's what she meant as well, yeah.
Russ, one of our friends, he stayed at the Airbnb with us, or Verbo, not
Whatever
Airbnb.
it was.
He at the Verbo with us, he went all in on some cherry wood fabric at Quiltcon. Felt like every time he came back from the show, he had more cherry wood fabric. Ooh, I like that one.
Guess who Nancy put a baby emoji in the chat? And she said it looks more like a frog than a baby.
Like that one.
Oh. My bad. I just
Throwing stuff down over there, huh?
Yep.
Throw it on the ground.
Threw my tumbler on the. I guess that's why they call it a tumbler, huh?
Oh wait.
There
it is.
Rebecca says, anyone have pi today? Because it is 3.1415.
Are you going to be able to do it?
No, that's as far as I could get. That's all I know.
All I knew was 3.14, so there you go.
3.1415, that's as far as I get. I did work at a science museum, and I used to know a couple extra numbers, but I never knew very far.
I did not have any pie. But I would like some. That would be great.
Some cherry pie would be amazing.
Yum. Speaking of cherry, Ian Starbucks has a drink that I am obsessed with right now. It is an iced cherry chai or something like that.
Yeah.
It's an iced chai drink with cherry foam on top.
Mmm.
So good. I mean, it's no Golden Eagle,
Oh, that's true.
but I'll take it. So good.
That sounds good.
It's really good. I think one of those might have to be in my future this weekend.
Yeah, I think I'll get one too, probably.
Okay,
'cause
sounds
that sounds
good.
really good.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really good. Barbara, if you type exclamation Fallon in the chat, that will get you the link. Was it Fallon? Was the command?
Exclamation Fallon, I think. Yeah. Giveaway has closed. Time to pick a winner. Are we ready to see who our winner is going to be for that lovely fat quarter bundle?
Bill is gonna look. Bill is like on the edge of his seat at this moment.
Bill is on the edge of his seat. Okay. Well, also, if we could hit 900 viewers, I will do another fat quarter bundle giveaway.
Oh.
And if we hit 1,000, I will do a third giveaway.
Oh.
So, Ian, if you could, it has to happen before I end my live stream at 10 o'clock.
I don't have the count up, unfortunately.
It's fine. We'll keep. You guys can help me in the chat. You
There
can
you go.
tell me in the chat when we hit 900.
There you go.
And I'll double check. And then you can let me know when we hit 1,000. There you go. Okay, so let's pick our winner for the first fat quarter bundle because we hit our stream goal.
I feel like I'm not a very good assistant tonight.
You're not here to be my assistant. You're here because you're my friend.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, you're fine. I just have to find the right window. Oh, right here. Oh, Mary has it up. Mary,
Okay, great.
Mary, you don't have Streamlabs up though, right? I'm gonna pick I'll do it. I'll do it. Pick winner. Okay. It should have picked a winner. Lenore Thomas.
There we go.
Let's see if you gotta let me know that you are here in the chat. So say something.
Oh no, Cheryl pulled a really bad Ian the other day. She said she fell, broke her left wrist and her right knee.
Oh, geez.
Cheryl, I hope you get to feeling better soon.
Yeah. Lenore Thomas
She's
is
there.
here. Yay!
She's there.
Awesome. All right, Lenore, you need to email me, becca@sobecca.com, your physical mailing address, and I'll get your fat quarter bundle out to you this weekend.
Just like you've gotten the scraps out.
Shush. No, this one's going, and so are those. They're all going. Shut it, Ian.
Oh my gosh, too funny.
Okay.
Too funny. She said, I literally never win anything. Thank you.
Well, you literally just won something. But we have a chance to do a couple more giveaways. I do have 2 more of those fat quarter bundles, but I also have charm packs of this. So if we can meet some stream goals in the sense of viewers, I'll take it back. I'll make it even easier. Every time we hit a 100 milestone or 100 viewer milestone, I will do another raffle and you'll get 5 minutes to get something. So if when we get to 800, if somebody will let me know, put 800 in the chat, and then we're going to do a 5-minute giveaway. And if we get to 900, we'll do another one. If we get to 1,000, we'll do another one. Like, keep it coming.
What? You're crazy.
Oh, well, maybe. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Try me. Let's see what happens.
Try me.
Share the video. Tell your husband to watch, even if he's not interested in quilting.
Tell your husband to watch.
Ask your dog to pull up the video, whatever.
And also, while you're owning the video, make sure to give a thumbs up, because that's a free way you can help support Becca on her channel.
You know, a thumbs down. There's always one. Or 5. There There is actually one person. I don't know who it is because you don't know who's clicked thumbs
No.
up and who's clicked thumbs down. But and it's part of the reason why I don't even look at the numbers anymore. But every single time I start a live stream, within the first 3 or 4 minutes of being live, somebody comes in and clicks thumbs down.
It's because somebody was trying to click the thumbs up and
Every
accidentally clicked the
single
thumbs down.
week.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I just tell myself that they thought they hit the thumbs up and their thumb just slid.
No, exactly. They didn't put their glasses on, and so they
Yeah.
thought they were hitting the
Yeah.
thumbs up button.
I don't listen. They were, but here's the thing. They were watching, which is what really matters.
Right, exactly.
So it's just funny how all that stuff works. A few years ago, when Mr. Beast hit the 100 million
Crazy.
subscriber, I know.
Crazy.
When he hit that 100 million subscribers, he was live streaming while his count was ticking up because he wanted to capture hitting 100 million subscribers on a live. And so he's live streaming, sharing his desktop, just watching the count fluctuate. And so it was funny because during that time, he's like, we're going to get to 100 million. Like he was close, like not like within 5 or 10, like within like 10 or 100,000, a couple 100,000 of 100 million. And so he's telling his audience, he's like, yeah, let's get it up there. Let's do it, guys. And people started unsubscribing to see the number go down.
Oh no!
And then they started subscribing again. But he's like, oh, come on.
Jonathan says, it's probably me. I'm just kidding!
I don't care who it is. It's fine. I really don't. What matters is that you're here watching. It doesn't matter whether you hit the thumbs up or not. If you do, that's always nice to see those, but I'm just happy that you're here. Even if you're not chatting, I'm just happy that we're hanging out together.
Katie V says that is probably true. I've probably done that by accident numerous times.
Yep.
Easy to undo, thank goodness.
I've done it too. And like I said, it doesn't do anything.
Well, and you also blocked Zaza.
Oh my gosh!
You blocked poor Zaza from my channel.
So we were testing the live stream or the podcast equipment, right? It was the podcast equipment.
Yep.
We were testing the podcast equipment the other day, and Ian's like, well, do you want to just go live and be silly for a little bit just to make sure everything's working? I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So he pulls up his channel and he starts a live stream, and I'm trying to watch the comments from my phone. I'm not on camera. He's the only one on camera, but we're both on audio, and my thumb, like my phone fell or something, and my thumb slipped and it blocked Zaza from his channel. And deleted all of her messages. It was easy to undo. I was able to undo it very quickly, but that's been the running joke that I apparently... And then I get this plaque from her.
That's true. That is true. You block her from my channel and then
she
you get a
sends me a gift. Got it. I'll block more people in the future, thanks. I like caramel and chocolate. Oh, that was horrible.
Jonathan said, quote, my phone fell. Whoa.
But that is what happened. I was like, oh no!
We were so worried that we were going to have to go on the back end of YouTube and be like, undo. But she was able to fix it, thankfully. Hey, Kathy. Glad you could be here tonight.
Hey, Kathy.
Kathy has faith. Yes, she does. Kathy has faith. Yes, she does.
I'm
a cheerleader.
Bend.
And snap. Hey, Made by Misty. Glad you could join.
Hello, Misty.
I'm doing all right. If I could get rid of this dang cough, everything would be great. Teacups and Roses says, I have to find something to sew now. I'm motivated.
Let's do it. Come on, girl. Or guy. Or they. Whatever. Let's go, you.
Guys, gals, and non-binary pals.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Where'd you? Oh,
I don't know where I heard that, but I like that one. I was like, oh, that's
good. Oh, look, it's all inclusive.
Very inclusive.
I love it. Oh, Ian. Oh, Ian, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Ian. Hey, Ian. If you think he's fine, he is single and looking. Just saying. He is available.
I am available.
He is available. And for a price, maybe? No?
Holly says, Guys, Gals, and Non-Binary Pals is from J. Kinji Lopez? I'm pronouncing that wrong. I know that I am. Sorry.
I've never heard it before.
Misty loves your Quiltcon recap video.
Thank you. I thought it was good, and it is not performing as well as I would like. So please go watch it.
It's always the videos you think are going to perform great that just don't, and then the ones you're like put no effort into.
No, I put a lot of effort into that
one.
one. I know,
but the ones you don't put effort into, they're the ones that take off, and you're like, really?
Well, so a couple of things happened with that video. First off, it was very delayed, right? Because I wanted it to be out a week or so ago. So I feel like the Quiltcon videos have started to die down.
Yeah.
Secondly, I posted it on Thursday and I released it in the morning when I normally don't release videos. So it probably skirted by a lot of people without them realizing it.
Misty, she did hear, she actually heard about the Dallas Quilt Show. She had 4 quilts in that show, and one of them won a 3rd place ribbon.
Yep.
And then the S&P Quilt Fest results were today, and unfortunately she did not get any of the ribbons or anything from that one. I did see earlier somebody commented and said, did you see the prize packages for the winners?
Yeah, it wasn't like it was last year.
No, it was not like it was last year at all. Like it was
last year you got a crate, you got an AccuQuilt.
Yep, AccuQuilt Go.
3 sewing machines.
And an embroidery thing, and then the trophy, and then the ribbon.
I know, and then this year everybody got like 1 sewing machine.
It was. I mean, it's still 1 sewing machine. Like that's better than.
But even the year before that, like Tiffany got big prizes.
Yeah, it was interesting. I thought that was very interesting.
Grace is asking if I can speak a little bit more about the ruler that I'm using. Yes, these are the trim lock rulers from Fallon, from So Be It Quilt. ! Fallon in the chat. We'll get you a link to her shop and stuff. You can check it out over there. They're basically just rulers with some anti-slip material on the back of it. And if you want to see a close-up demonstration of that, I have a ruler video. I think I called it the Battle of the Rulers or something like that. You can check out, because I did showcase this along with some other rulers in that video.
I have a couple of questions here. Kate is, pardon me. Kate is asking, what is it that you said last week that was like brown chicka wow wow? I know I've said it wrong. It is brown chicken, brown cow. What is that country? There's a country artist. He has a song that's called Brown Chicken, Brown Cow. And then somebody, and I lost the comment, but Gen X Quilter is asking, how did the two of us meet?
Well, he was on YouTube, and I watched him.
Story the end.
Yeah, story the end. So the true thing is I didn't even know who he was until Cotton Cuts had reached out to me because I was making videos for their puzzle mystery quilt on my own. I was purchasing the kits and I was putting content out there just because I needed some form of content to put on my channel. And so I was buying the kits and making the videos for it. And after I had done that for, I think, a couple of puzzle mystery quilts, they messaged me. I only had like 1,000 subscribers at the time, I think. The channel was really small. And they asked me if they gave me a kit for a small, would I be willing to continue to sew it on videos? And I said, sure. I got so excited because like I was like, oh, a company wants to work with me. I'm real now. But I also learned that they had asked a couple other people to do it. Ian was one of them. And so I went over and checked out his social media and I watched him do the puzzle mystery quilt over there. But at the time, Ian was doing mostly paper crafting.
Yep.
He was doing mostly paper crafting, but I watched him for a while. A couple of puzzle mystery quilts have gone by, or had gone by, and one of the things that Cotton Cuts does is they have Thursday sews where you can jump in and sew your clue for that puzzle mystery quilt with some other folks that are also doing the program, just so you have a little bit of community. And you never know what celebrities are going to be in there. And so I popped in as one of the ambassadors, and when you pop in as an ambassador, the staff at Cotton Cuts tries to rotate you around so that you can get into all the rooms. And Ian happened to be on that one as well, and Ian got plopped into my room. And as soon as he did, I was like, ah! Because you also have to understand, like, at the time, you had like 8,000 or 9,000 subscribers, right like around there. Yeah. You were mostly known for paper crafting, but the engagement that you had on your paper crafting videos was more engagement than I could ever dream of having on any of my videos. And I had maybe like 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers. So in my head, he was a big deal. He was a big deal. And I was like, oh, Ian! And he had no clue who I was, but that was it. And then we started talking. I think like within the next week, you called me on Instagram. Yep. I didn't even know you could do that. He video called me on Instagram while he was out taking a walk after work. And I was like, are we like best friends now? He's like, yep.
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 It happened.
Okay.
We're friends now.
Oh, yay.
Yep.
But I have noticed that about you. Like our personalities are a little different in how we connect with people and make friends. And I've mentioned this to you before, like how we've talked about relationships that have formed in the past. You're quick.
Yep.
Like you're right there. You step into that and you're ready. And I'm a little slower.
Yep.
I want to be fast, but I'm not fast to trust.
Yeah.
I'm not. I've been burned too much.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it takes me a while to open up. And it, like, even with Mary in the beginning, when she was coming out here, it was her talking most of the time. And I was just like, okay. But eventually over time, I started opening up and that bond formed. But it took me a while.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and like, I now consider myself best friends with Josh. I don't know if he considers me a best friend, but I've literally met him once in person, and I'm like, we're best friends now.
Josh is good. I like him.
Josh is good people. Yep, good people.
I'm sad that the only side I think the only side he got to see of me at Quiltcon was my silly, stupid side. He didn't see any of my serious side. And it was funny because he's funny and he laughs a lot, but there's also, like, after I watched his podcast, I was very much like, oh, he has a very serious side. And I ruined my chance to let him know that I'm not just all fun and games.
No,
I'll make it up in Raleigh. I'll be like, tell me more, Josh.
Shelly and Tammy, thank you guys so much. They're in the chat saying that they think I'm a big deal. And it's so funny too, because I'm like, even now, like, I don't feel like I'm that big of a deal. And it just amazes me. Like, so many people came up to us at Quiltcon, and I don't know. It just feels weird to me because I'm like, I'm just me. And like, people came up and were like, oh my gosh, we love you so much. Or we enjoy watching your videos. Or we feel like you're friends with us. And I love that. I absolutely love that a lot. It's so weird in a way, like, because you don't see yourself like that. I mean, there are plenty of celebrities, not celebrities, but a lot of celebrities out there that are like, yes, I am a big deal.
I
Toss,
am.
toss. But like,
big deal.
I don't know. It
Toss,
just,
toss.
it's crazy. Okay, good. Josh put in the chat, we're totally best friends. Yay!
Yay. Somebody was asking, is your Singer a slant needle? What's the difference? Yes, this is a Singer 301. It is a slant needle. And the difference is, let me bring you nice and close. This needle, I'll just pull it up so you can see. It's actually slanted towards me a little bit instead of being straight up and down. And the foot is slanted towards me a little bit. Do you see how that's kind of angled right there? That's the difference between that and just a regular low shank machine.
Shelly says, Ian, just go with it. You are a celebrity now.
Cammie says, I
appreciate
just
that.
popped in. Who's the guy?
Hi, my name's Ian. What's your name?
Oh my God. You just sounded like Teddy Ruxpin.
I was trying to go like Sesame Street. Hi, I'm Ian. What's your name? You know when they would do that
Tickle me,
really
Elmo.
awkward pause on the kids shows where they're like,
Do
"I'm
you
Dora."
like... Oh, yeah. Did you ever see the SNL skit where they made fun of Dora?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
it's
I
hilarious.
did
She
see
was
that
like,
one.
hi, my name is Dora. What's your name? And then she just sit there and stare at the screen. That's great.
Yeah. It's a little
Do
creepy.
you like yellow? Me too. But then it started going downhill. She was like, what is the square root of -1? You got to look that up on YouTube. Like,
It's funny.
just
It's
search
funny.
for Dora the Explorer SNL. I promise. You'll laugh.
Josh said, I thought that was your serious side at Quiltcon, Becca. That's funny. Cammie, if you type !Ian in the chat, IAN, that'll get you a link to my channel. I am the Off Kilter Crafter Ian on YouTube. And I'm
Also the co-host of the So Off Kilter podcast.
Yep, that too.
Podcast. Boom.
Boom. Podcast in the chat right now. Bam. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
I need that sound.
Yeah, well,
Like
I
the
have,
air horns.
Yeah. Yep, I have that on my channel. And then I was gonna say something else, and now that bubble is gone.
Bubble is gone. Oh, hey, we stopped paying attention to how many people are
Yep,
watching.
it has.
Oh,
I
it's
know, I've
gone
been
down.
watching.
It's fine.
I've been watching.
It's fine. It's gone down. We haven't even hit 800.
No.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll save that fat quarter bundle for
What I
myself.
was gonna say is soon to be, hopefully, a website as well.
Oh, yes. Although...
I definitely logged in. So I'll tell the story. I'll tell the story because I definitely kept mentioning to Becca, I really need a website. I really need a website. Guess
and I
what
kept
she
saying,
did?
make one.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, all right, I'll get to it. I'll make it happen. And then she's literally, I'm hanging out in her sewing room, and she's literally on her computer. And I was like, yeah, I'll get to it. And she literally turns around and goes, okay, and just starts pulling up Squarespace and just started creating it. She put in an email. She put in my email. She put in a password. I didn't even know what my password was. She just created everything, and she's like, okay, there you go. I'm like, oh.
You have a show.
I'm like, well, this does look pretty good, actually. So yeah, do you think I should have a website? Let's do this. Do you think I should have a website? Put hearts in the chat if you think I should have a website.
Put hearts in the chat. Like, W in the chat. It's funny because I kept saying, well, do it. Just do it. And he wouldn't do it. So I was like, okay, I'm doing it for you.
Yep.
I was like, you can change it, but just go.
Yep.
Just do it.
Is that all you had to do to get a website?
Kathy and Zaza are trying to plot.
I
see that.
Yeah, I'm looking at the number. We're not at 800, guys. We're not at 800 yet. Oh my gosh, the rainbow hearts. Oh my gosh, the chat is full of hearts. Holy cow. Wow. Okay, well, I guess I need to go put in
And
my
you
credit
should
card
have a blog.
information.
Your
blog.
monthly recap it could be a blog.
Well, that could, yeah.
And you could put pictures. It doesn't always have to be just the video.
That is true. That is true.
It can be the same content in 2 different places.
That's true. That is true. Oops.
Oh.
Vicky, you tried to hide your message. Hold on.
Because she has fires. Pat says, it appears the answer is yes.
Ruth says, Ian, all this adulting, a major move, a new car, celebrity, and now a website? I know, right? It's crazy.
Crazy.
Michelle's asking what I'm going to put on the website. Well, Becca built it with a calendar, so that way I can show like where my quilts are and like which quilts are at what shows.
Your YouTube events can be on there.
My YouTube events.
When you're going to be at a quilt show, people can know where to find you.
Oh, no. Let's get rid of this one.
Yep.
Remove that. Wow. Yeah. Oh, no. Go away. I'm getting it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. Yeah, so there's that. There's a couple other things that I can think of. Eventually, I would love to... Becky, just don't pay attention. It is all good.
We don't acknowledge them here.
Next will be Dancing with the Stars. Oh my gosh, yeah, right. That's not happening. But yeah, I'm excited to see what else I can put on the website. And, you know, if you have suggestions, feel free to email me.
I have suggestions.
What are your suggestions?
I don't know.
Okay.
I got nothing. Boyfriend update.
Boyfriend update? Oh my God, Misty. That's funny.
Pat is still single and looking.
Yep. Oh my gosh. What if I did put that on my website? I have a whole page dedicated to single and ready to mingle.
There you go.
If you have your
glamour shots?
Yeah. If you have a guy in your life you think I would be a good match, let him know.
Hey, Queer Eye is coming to DC.
Oh my.
Just saying.
Except I would be on the Queer Eye team.
They were like, I saw an ad. They're like, hey, we need candidates for contestants on Queer Eye in DC. Right. I was like, Jason? Ooh, I just saw a red light. It like flashed and then went away.
It's a UFO.
Sweet. Sounds good. They come to take me away. They're coming to take me away. Ha ha. Hee hee. Ho ho. Have you ever heard that?
I have, actually. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, now they're telling Josh he needs a website. Careful what we start here, people.
I know, right?
Careful what we start.
What about an incident counter like those 4 days with no falls? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
It has been 0 days since we...
That is hilarious.
Oh, man. Oh my gosh. Jonathan said, someone left a dating business card for me at work the other day. Not my style.
You know, oh, Kathy, thank you.
Oh, wait, are you?
Oh, no.
She said, trust us.
I know. That's hilarious.
She said, trust us.
That's hilarious.
That
Kathy,
great.
You are great.
Oh, that actually deserves a charm pack.
Okay, all right.
That deserves a charm pack. I mean, that was great. That was good. That was good. Let's do, if I can find the window, I'll start another giveaway and we'll do it for just a charm pack. Although, somebody's going to have to help me remember who got, oh, I got the history. That's right. I've got the history. I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Commands. Giveaways.
So talking about cards.
Mm-hmm.
My friend and I don't know if I've told this story over here or not, but my friend and I went to Las Vegas. This was years ago. We went to Las Vegas, and there are guys on street corners that are handing out cards of scantily clad women and things. We're going to keep this PG.
Vegas.
And it was, I mean, we're talking about Las Vegas. Like, duh. So, of course, he tried to hand the cards to me, and I'm like, nope, not for me. And we start walking away, and I turn to my friend, and I'm like, little does he know. And she turned to me, and she's like, oh, he probably has those cards in his back pocket.
All right, 5 minutes to get your ticket on this one. It's going to be a quick turnaround, guys.
Whee! There goes the chat.
$800. Believe us.
That was so funny.
That was...
So funny. You want to know the funny thing? I know we don't acknowledge those type of things on the channel, but I think it's hilarious because the live stream that you had set up tonight, they had to be a subscriber for 10 minutes. They had to hang out in purgatory for 10 whole minutes before they could say anything in the chat.
Well, okay, so I don't want to call anyone out. However, I don't actually think it's a troll. I think it's someone that is a dear friend.
Oh.
Who likes to mess with me incognito.
Ah.
Anytime any of those comments come by, I'm like, I see you. Right?
Yeah. You might, after the live stream is over, you may have to unhide them because I definitely hid them from the channel.
No, it always happens. Well, everybody always does. And this person gets excited about it and makes another one.
Oh, okay, all right, cool, good.
They're like, all right. New name, got it.
Too funny.
Ooh, that strip of red in here is super skinny. It's like a 1/16 of an inch. Yes. Like, I mean, look at this. Look at that tiny little narrow bit of red right there. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Guys, double check that you are spelling giveaway correctly. Make sure there's no spaces. I see like 3 people in a row.
We only have 5 minutes.
Right, I know. Everybody's freaking out. Susan, got to make sure that you get that exclamation point in there. Karen, make sure that there's no space. Judith, good attempt at giveaway, but you didn't quite get there yet. Just everybody, I know you're super excited. Exclamation giveaway, no spaces. I see you, Roger.
Oh.
Racing stripe, yeah, definitely. No way, Yo Petty G says I saw the International Space Station tonight 3 nights in a row.
That's wow. Awesome.
Yo Petty G, you know how much of a space nerd I am.
Wait,
I love
somebody's
that kind of
asking about Donna Jordan. If she's unalive.
Oh, I don't know.
Linda says it seems the counter is going backwards.
Hey Flo, welcome to the party.
I don't have the answer for that. I have not heard anything. I don't know. But quite honestly, I don't know that I'm the one that would have the answer. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. Kathy has faith. I don't know why I keep wanting to be a cheerleader every time I see her username.
Oh, I just see where they say she passed in August. Who's they?
I have no idea.
Consider your source. Well, I wouldn't trust everything that's on the internet.
What? We shouldn't trust everything?
No.
So, king in Africa isn't trying to give me his millions of dollars.
A Nigerian prince.
There it is. There it is. But he said he has millions of dollars. All I have to do is give him my banking routing information, and he'll transfer the funds to me.
I have so many comments for that, and I'm just going to walk away. Just going to walk away.
Oh, Sharon says she was awake for the lunar eclipse last night, and it was awesome.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It was. It was a thing last night. I think it was cloudy here, so I didn't... And it was also at 3:50 a.m., so...
I was asleep.
Yeah.
Well, I was about to wake up.
Kelly says, I'm a supermodel too, LOL.
All right, I have got lots of these little squares, and I think... Okay, Connie says, Becca, I looked on Google, and the Donna Jordan that passed was someone else.
Look at John's comment.
Okay. Uh-oh.
John, you are a hoot.
Hey, baby, I got some Tula. You're not wrong.
Yeah, true.
You're not wrong. So I'm just going to sew these together. I don't know how many blocks I'm going to make. I'm just going to start sewing them together. I'm not even giving any thought to how they're going to go together. I'm just going to line them up. I'm going to try and go like 4 across. I'm going to make rows of 4 and see what I get. And the beauty of this is none of these seams are going to nest. They're not meant to nest.
Nope.
They're just meant to line up.
And you can do it the Varushka way, where they may lay different directions on either end, and that's okay.
Twisted in the middle.
Twisted, that's the word I was looking for.
Let's get twisted.
Oh, did the giveaway end? Oh yeah, the giveaway closed.
Oh, hi. Charm pack! Don't ask why I make noises. I couldn't tell you.
That was so funny. So
All right, our winner for our charm pack is Shelly Johnston. You got to email me your physical mailing address, but let me know that you acknowledge that you have won a prize.
Savannah says, how to lure Ian into a white van. Tula fabric scraps, or excuse me, Tula fabric scattered across the ground.
Hey, little boy, I got some Tula. Please tell me that would not really work.
No, absolutely not. No.
You'd get the 4-foot grabber.
Right? Yeah.
Becca, what state are you in? I live in Virginia. Ooh, that's tiny, tiny, tiny.
Uh-oh.
Bless you. Again.
Oh, sorry, everyone.
You can only have one more. That's what they tell me at work when I have sneezing fits.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll go home. Not a problem. Send me home. Oh, did Shelly? I wasn't even looking. A gender seamster Jonathan said gross. What's gross?
No,
You're
probably my
sneezing?
sneeze. Probably my sneeze. Sorry.
Okay. Did we get... Yes, Shelly did. Okay, good. Yeah. Me. Shoot. All right. Congratulations, Shelly.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Email me at becca@sobecca.com with your physical mailing address, and I'll get that out this weekend. With the scraps, Ian. I will do it.
Bill just said it would totally work if it was David Beckham had Tula. I mean, I wouldn't turn that down.
Is that your type, David
Oh,
Beckham?
absolutely.
What about Adam Levine?
Yes. Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go 2 for 2 with you on that one. Very nice. Very nice.
And I promise that wasn't a fart. I promise that wasn't a fart.
Sneeze, cough, fart, gross.
I promise that was not a fart. Kelly says, those who know me have learned to wait for the break in my sneezing and then ask, are you done yet?
Are you done?
Linda says, David Beckham would get me too. Lori, she's sending scraps to, on her VIP Zoom, she offered some scraps to some people that were hanging out in there. So if you join the VIP Zooms,
You never know what I'm going to give it out on the Zoom.
It could happen. She could be giving out scraps. There could be a charm pack. There could be a bolt of fabric that she doesn't want anymore. Who knows what happens?
I get rid of stuff way too easily. I've had friends get frustrated with me. They're like, why did you even buy it then?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like, well, because at the time I wanted it, and now I want to make room for something else, okay?
If you're interested in joining the VIP program, you can
Exclamation VIP.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Barbara wants to know, what widths of fabric did you cut today?
2 inches, 1 3/4 inch, 1 1/2, 1 1/4, 1 3/4, a half, no, 3/4 and 5/8.
John says, Jonathan Bailey, anyone? Yes.
Oh gosh, yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, dancing through life.
Hall
Blah
pass
blah
right
blah
there.
blah 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 blue 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 blue.
Debbie Becca did not win anything from the virtual Quilt Fest today, unfortunately.
But I did win a 3rd place ribbon from the Dallas Quilt Show.
Linda says, Ian, David is so everything. He has he has a package, all right. He sure does.
Well, that just happened. Ian's feeling better, guys.
Yep. Carrie, thank you for joining tonight. She says, I finally remembered to join.
Hello, Carrie. Sounds a little bit like hello, nurse.
Hello, Dolly.
Dancing through life.
Made by Misty says, does the quote-unquote fan thing include Zooms? Are you talking about the membership here on YouTube?
Yes. If your name is green, you get to be on the Zoom as well. YouTube perks or VIP members get to join in on the Zooms.
Yep.
Ooh, this is fun. Oh, see, like, stuff just happens without even realizing it. Wait till you guys see what the first 2 rows look like. Hold on. Let me get this pressed. There is a bit of bulk that I got to manage here. Look at that. Do I love it? What I think is funny is this pink one right here just lined up.
Oh, how funny.
Just oh, and the blue and the red.
That's funny.
What do you think? What do you think?
Thank you, Misty, for becoming a channel member.
Thank you.
Hey, Flicky Cheeky.
Flicky Chicky.
Josh loves your creation.
Thank you, Josh.
Debbie says, wild! It is wild how those lined up like that.
It's interesting how, like, part of me just likes looking at it and seeing all the different colors and all the different motion. But I also have a hard time looking at this and being like, how, like, finding the beauty in it, kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I'm like, how is that just not fabric thrown together?
That's true.
Because that's really kind of what happened. But as I've gotten more into quilting and paid more attention to like the quilts that are at Quiltcon and stuff,
Yeah.
sometimes just the composition of how the fabrics are laid out is like, you don't even need it to be a recognizable shape.
Yeah.
It's just the colors that are together and the composition, the way they're laid out. I wasn't going for a structured composition look. I was literally just going for, let's cut these apart. I want to set myself up so that some of these strips will be super, super tiny and I want some of them to be a bit chunkier.
Yeah.
And so by doing that, by cutting the strips the way I did, I've gotten some bits in here that are really narrow.
I like them big. I
Like
them
I'm
chunky.
juicy. Oh my gosh. We are horrible together.
We're wonderful together.
Oh, like
I don't
chocolate
know.
on ice cream?
We'll put that. We'll give a heart in the chat if you think we're wonderful together, and give a sad face if you don't like us hanging out together. It's gonna light up with hearts.
It's going to light up with sad faces just to make you mad.
Oh yeah, probably. That's probably.
I would.
everyone's
I
gonna
would.
be
I
like,
would
"Sad
put.
face, sad
I would
face,
put the
face."
sad face. I would put it just to be like, you think I like it. All right. Here's a third row on top.
Oh, I like that. Somebody said that to finish this out and then enter it in Quiltcon, because they do have an improv category.
Maybe.
Look at all those hearts.
Vicky.
Vicky just spammed the chat with hearts.
She did.
Love that.
Wow.
I know. Look at all these hearts that are popping up there.
See? They only like my live streams when you're here.
That's not true. Benita asks, Becca, is that your finished paper piece project from Verushka behind you?
It is. Do you like it? It's beautiful, isn't it?
It is beautiful.
I am quite pleased with it. Linda says, I like your camaraderie. Camaraderie. I don't know if that's Linda's voice. I don't know why she sounds that way in my head. She doesn't. I don't know why that voice came out that way. Apologies to Linda, who is probably super offended. And I can't say that I blame her.
We were having too much fun with that that voice changer on the live stream.
Yeah, it was great. Like, you sounded like a spooky ghost.
I did.
And I sounded like Reese Witherspoon in Legally Blonde.
Yes, you did. You really did.
Bend and snap. Oh, you got into Harvard? What? Like, it's hard?
Oh, Jan says, Becca, that bright light you saw was probably a meteor in your area. I just saw it on my newsfeed. Was it like high up in the sky, or was it ground level?
No, it was up.
Oh.
It wasn't ground level, but it was up. But it wasn't like, I've got all the trees out there. I wouldn't have seen the sky.
Well, there's a little
It looked like a brake light.
Oh.
I don't know.
Maybe
I'll have to. I'll look it up after the live stream.
I'm gonna go away. From
Maybe
the
it
chat
landed in my yard.
Oh my gosh, no! We would have known.
We would have heard it.
Definitely would have known.
When Mary was here, she was spending some time here. I think she was downstairs sleeping when it happened. My mom was here too, and I think it was over the summer that this happened. There was a sonic boom
Oh, wow.
because some of the jets from Andrews scrambled to intercept a plane that was unresponsive and flying in the capital airspace.
Oh, wow.
And so, like, I was in here and you just sort of boom.
Oh, geez.
And I didn't know what it was. Nobody knew.
Yeah.
And so we looked it up and it was the sonic boom because the jets took off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was cool.
I remember back, I don't remember what year this was, but, oh, no, I do. It was 2003. Was it 2003? Yeah, because it was between my junior and senior year of high school. I was getting ready to go. I was getting ready to go on a trip that summer for my summer vacation in between junior and senior year of high school. And so I had to wake up early because I had to go to classes before I went on this trip. And we were watching the space shuttle because it was going to fly over Texas as it was coming in for a landing. And they are showing the space shuttle live as it's coming in. And there was a boom.
Wow.
And I thought it was because the neighbor, whenever they closed their front door, sometimes it would rattle the windows on that side of the house. And I thought, oh, the neighbor closed his door. But it was actually the sonic boom as the shuttle broke apart over Texas.
Wow.
And yeah,
What do you think, Ian?
I like it. I like that a lot.
And all it was, I was just sewing strips together
Yeah.
and then cutting them down to be the same size block and then just sewing them together like you would a quilt without worrying about nesting seams,
Yep.
without worrying up how any of this worked, like without any of it.
Yep.
And I do have these 3 that I did before the live stream. And since these are rows of 4, if I just do one more, which, well, I got to make one more block, I can put those onto the other end of this and I could attach it here, but I think I'm going to hold off on that because I'm not sure if I want to put those in just yet. This is square and I could leave it here. I think the neat thing that I like about this, watch this. I'm not sure I love the way this one has come together, which is why I wasn't sure I wanted to sew it in there. So I could, if I wanted to, cut it up. I think there's so much red going in this one and I want to break it apart. So even though these are sewn together, I can cut another square out and now this is more pink and I could pair it with this one. Here's another one that we could put together. Show you what this row looks like once I get one together. What do you think, Ian? Now that you've seen this, is this something that maybe you would do?
Maybe. Maybe
You
I
just
should do
gotta
that
let
Sunday.
go of the control
Yeah.
and not even think.
Yeah. Maybe I should do that Sunday. Maybe that's
I
what
mean,
I'll do.
it's really good if you're like, if you really can't think or
Yeah.
process, just grab scraps and just start sewing them together.
Yeah.
Whatever your, like, all you have, the only rule is that you just have to make sure that you always have 4 sides.
Yep.
Anytime you get to the point where you're starting to get jagged edges, just lob that side off, put it in a pile, and you can work it into something else later. I'm going to cut out one more block from this. And this one I'm going to put a little bit on point, make it fun.
Somebody was asking, do you happen to know the colors that are in this bundle?
I don't, and I threw all the stickers away, but I will tell you the color, the kit, like the fat quarter bundle was called Bauble, Bauble. So maybe that'll help you find it on Cherrywood Fabrics, Bauble.
Barbara's asking, did you pre-wash the cherry wood fabrics?
I sure did not. I did not. And I know that's taking a bit of a chance because this is dyed by cherry wood. And I have heard people talk about how cherry wood can bleed, but hear me out. I don't intend to wash this. It is meant to be a piece of work for my sewing room. It is not going to be a usable quilt. It is going to be a wall quilt that's going to be on the wall. So no, I did not pre-wash, but I also don't plan to ever put this in the wash.
Bill says you've almost got your mini swap for 2026 ready.
Now I have 5 rows of 4. And these squares that I've been cutting do finish at 3 inches. So if you multiply that, 4 times 3 is 12, or 5 times 3 is 15, and then 4 times 3 is 12. Yeah, okay, I did it right. So it's about right now a finished size of 12 by 15. And I can keep adding to it because I still have a lot of fabric right here. I'm not going to keep adding to it tonight, but this could be just a very, oh gosh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that great?
And
it's better holding it up like this because when I lay it down on the tabletop so that you can see it, all the scraps are taken away from the piecing that's in here. Yeah. And I love how like it's chaotic, but then like these 2 blocks are almost exactly the same. And so it just makes it look like a nice long rectangle.
It's so funny how
And there are pieces in here. I'm going to go to the top camera. There are pieces in here that are super tiny, which is exactly what I wanted. So if I can point out a few of them right here between this pink and this blue, there's a bit of red that's like a 1/16 of an inch. We've got a really narrow strip of green here. We've got a couple of angled pieces around here that are really small. This blue is really tiny. Here we have another green. It's in between the blue and I mean, some of these I think you're losing on camera, but yeah, I will do more of this. This was great. When I cut this apart, the reason why I was able to let go of the control is because I knew I liked every one of these colors and I knew I liked all those colors together. And it didn't matter to me which colors touched what. I just wanted like improvisation. I just wanted it to be whatever it was going to be without much thought. And so once I was like, okay, the control that I've brought into this project is the fabric that's going to go together. That's the control. And then I'm giving up the rest of the control so that I could make this. And yes, please, more of that. Yes, Baubles, Baubles. That is the fat quarter bundle that I started with. I have been keeping, as I've been cutting off the pieces, if I've got little bits that are like this, I'm still keeping those because I could maybe work those into another block. Obviously this I'm not going to keep. What I'll do to tidy myself up at the end of my sewing session is I'll just kind of go through my little pile of cutoffs, and anything that's small enough that I would not sew with, I'm going to get rid of. The rest of them, I'm going to set them on top here in a scrap pile. And then I'm just going to lay this on top over here because this would be a really good, I think this is going to be a really good project for me to work on over the course of the week. So when I come home from work, I'm usually walking in the door between 5 and 6 o'clock, and I'm going to bed I'm starting to wind down around 8 o'clock, and then usually in bed by 9 or 9:30. So with everything that I have going on in the evening, spending time with my husband, doing dinner, checking in on my daughter, working on the YouTube side gig, I don't always have a lot of time to sew. And so for me, and if I do have time to sew, if I can get 20 minutes in the sewing room, I have been brain dead lately, and the last thing I want to do is go in and figure out how to do something. And this allows me just to have that therapeutic sewing activity where I'm hearing the hum of the machine, I'm feeling the fabric, and I'm seeing stuff come together without much thought. So I think I'm going to leave this out on my desk so that anytime I have 10, 20 minutes throughout the rest of the week, I can just come in here and sew some fabric together and use those strips to make bigger pieces of fabric, and then use Fallon's ruler to trim that down. So I'm trimming everything down to a uniform size. Becca, you could put it on a canvas frame like Barry Quilts has done. I absolutely could. Yep. All right.
Definitely.
So that's all I've got. Ian, what is it we say in the podcast? This episode is finished. And finished is better. I stole it. Anyway, that's really kind of all I have. Shelby did say though that the colors remind her of the saturated versions of Camille Ross Kelly's Lighthearted line. I agree. I think so too. All right, friends, that's it for me. I'm Audi 3000. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for the congratulations on oh, I just got a group text. Bill's telling Russ, Becca did improv with Cherrywood. Sorry. Caught me off guard. Anyway, ta-ta for now. That's all right, Carlo. Ta-ta for now. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will see you guys all next week on Friday. Don't forget my podcast, my interview for the Breaking the Blocks podcast drops this weekend. Ian's got a live stream on Sunday. I'm going to convince him to do some improv piecing and see what he comes up with. I think you should take the challenge.
I think
you should.
I think I should.
I think you should. All right, guys. See y'all next week. Don't forget, podcast drops next week too.
Woo!
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.